If the conflict is stopped along the front line without reaching a real peace agreement, just signing some kind of truce, a ceasefire, whatever it may be, without a real agreement, then, there was that disputed region between Armenia and Azerbaijan, Karabakh.
Yes.
Then this region will turn into a huge Karabakh. After some time, Ukraine, together with NATO, with its allies, will join NATO, try to win it back, and that will be the end of the planet. That would be a nuclear war. I saw, on the contrary, that 2/3 of their delegation were in military uniform. They're military personnel. I looked them in the eyes. First of all, they're no different from Russians. They're exactly the same in similar uniforms. And I see in their eyes a reluctance to fight. They don't want to fight, and they don't want to send their soldiers to die. Maybe it's because they still have the human core of an officer left in them. After all, an officer is supposed to protect his soldiers. I would separate the Ukrainian people, the Ukrainian army, the soldiers, and those who suffer the most, those who are close to the front, those who are in one way or another under attack from the small group of the ruling elite. Because, you are originally from Cuba. It seems to me that the leadership of Ukraine, to some extent, I'll try to say this very carefully, to some extent, is starting to remind me of Latin American dictators. They too were once good guys when they came to power and promised a lot during the elections. But then gradually, they turn into dictators. And in order to stay in power forever, you need a constant enemy. You need a war that poses no personal threat to you, nor to your families, because all the families are abroad with British passports and are doing very well. And, well, you can no longer control the situation without war, especially since foreign aid money, weapons only comes if you are at war. If you stop fighting, you end up without foreign assistance, and you lose the ability to suppress any opposition within the country. Then you have to go to elections, and you will lose them because people are tired. People want peace. Soldiers want peace. Of course, we don't need war at all. Why has the situation become worse for Ukraine? Because referendums were held in 4 regions, and these are now officially part of Russia. And Russia cannot leave from there, because that would be betraying all those people. That's impossible. They are written into the Russian constitution. That's it. But if the conflict is stopped along the front line without reaching a real peace agreement, just signing some kind of truce, a ceasefire, whatever it may be, without a real agreement, then, there was that disputed region between Armenia and Azerbaijan, Karabakh.
Yes.
Then this region will turn into a huge Karabakh. After some time, Ukraine, together with NATO, with its allies, will join NATO, try to win it back, and that will be the end of the planet. That would be a nuclear war. We don't want to create a pretext, a giant Karabakh unrecognized by anyone, over which a nuclear war could break out. We don't want that. That's why we want to stop, make a full peace, and recognize new territories. That's all.